Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about a touchy subject and just kind of have like, I guess, a chit chat, more like a mother to mother's heart, or for some of you who really want to, I guess, indulge in this conversation too, and you might not be a mom, or maybe in the future you will be, but I've thought about this subject a long time, even before I became a parent. But now that I am a parent and I have an infant, some of those decisions are basically at hand, and it's something that I have to think about, as well as kind of have an argument with a doctor. So one of the reasons I really wanted to create this video was because today I came from the doctor's visit. Today was Mila's 4-month checkup, and I really don't like to go to doctor's offices because I feel like every time I go, I'm being really pressed to do these vaccinations. The last time I went, they talked to me about it. They gave me paperwork. They even sent some in the mail in regards to that. And then today, the nurse was sitting there and, doing the typical vitals for the baby. And then she goes, and today, Mila's due for vaccinations, Mom. And so she wasn't really asking me. She was telling me that that's what they're going to do today. And I said, no, we're waiting. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I'll tell the doctor. Then like 5 minutes later, she comes in with a paper for me to sign that I declined. There was 4 shots that she was due for today. And I basically, declined it. And then of course the doctor came in prepared to attack me, so to speak, which he was. He was super defensive. I have never seen a person be so defensive in regards to that. And I'm not sure if it's partially his job and partially his personal conviction, but I really didn't appreciate it because I pay big money to have insurance, and for me to have to go to a medical professional and have to basically, how do they call it? Non-compliant patient, that's what we call them in the hospital when I worked, that and have to feel like I am a non-compliant patient because I'm not doing what you're telling me to do. I don't appreciate that because my reasonings for going to the hospital was, of course, just going for a routine checkup, getting her weight, her temperature, just making sure she's on schedule with everything besides vaccinations. And I'm not there for you to tell me what to do. I am there to get information. I am there for you to get your medical advice, but it doesn't mean that I might take it, and it doesn't mean that you have to be pushy about it. That's what it means to me. And so I've worked in the medical field, and I have seen a lot of things, and honestly, to me, it's very, very disappointing. Just the pharmaceutical side of things, the medications, the vaccines, the shots. It's a lot, and it's a really, really touchy subject for a lot of people because some people are completely for it, some people are completely against it, and so sometimes both of those sides can kind of get in an argument. And I didn't want to create this video to start an argument. I just wanted to post this video as an informative video in regards to what I know and what I've learned personally, and what my opinion is in regards to these vaccinations, and maybe what I may possibly do. So just to kind of start off, so today when I went to the doctor's office, the doctor came in and he didn't, check Mila first. He just directly started talking to me about vaccinations and why I'm so against them. And as soon as the nurse told me about the vaccinations, I really was telling myself, when he comes in and I know he's going to tell me all these things, I would have to just say that I would kindly just, ask you not to argue with me in regards to that or question me. It's my opinion and it's my decision, and this is what I think is best for my child. And so he kept talking to me about, vaccinations and how important they are, and those articles that I may have been reading are false and misleading, and how many children die because they're not vaccinated. And honestly, yeah, I wanted to go off on him, just because I really didn't appreciate how condescending it was, the conversation. He was assuming that I was reading, fake articles and stuff like that, and just, I know that doctors can be touchy because they went through so many years of medical school, and I don't deny the fact that they are knowledgeable about certain things. But you also have to know that I am a mother, that I have the right to make my own decision, and that doesn't mean that I will make the decision that you think is best for me. I'm going to make the decision based off what I know, what I've researched, what I've seen personally. And I just didn't appreciate the fact that he kind of kept talking to me like I was reading some fake news or something like that. Honestly, I don't really read a lot of articles in regards to vaccinations and stuff like that, because they can be very biased, either for or against vaccinations. However, how I see it, it's really the proof is in the pudding. Just so many stories of people that I actually know that have said that my child was perfectly fine until the same day that we went to get vaccinations. My child completely changed, and they, are now either autistic, or there are some issues that they're experiencing. And they are saying there's no proof that vaccinations cause autism. But my question is, do they really want to do the research? Because honestly, pharmaceutical company is making lots of money. So do they care about people, or do they care about money? I mean, that's kind of the question that I have to ask. Pharmaceutical companies not losing anything. They're just creating new problems for them to create other drugs for. That's kind of how I see it. A lot of the drugs are very much a suppressant. And I really believe in a healthy lifestyle. I am not saying that a healthy lifestyle will completely cut you off of any kind of sicknesses and diseases. However, I really believe that your body was created to fight off sicknesses, and certain diseases naturally. And that process is actually you getting sick and building that immunity against that. When I was born, which I was born in 1990, I think I only got like 3 shots against really like 3 major diseases, and that's it. Right now, they want your infant to have about 24 shots before the age of 1. And it's just shocking to me. And he started off by saying that, all these vaccines are important, the flu shot, the hepatitis B, and blah, 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 blah. And there's different schedules and times that these shots needed to be given to my baby. And then once he kind of knew that I was not going to budge on that, then he started talking to me, well, at least let's do the main one, which was the one for, I guess, against whooping cough. And he said that if an adult gets that, then even though it's a major cough, and you can actually break your ribs from coughing, if you get sick with that stuff. But a baby, it's usually very fatal for them. And I totally understand that. And this is what I told him. I said, with all due respect, doctor, there are risks with taking the vaccinations. There are risks with not taking vaccinations. And so there is a choice for me to choose which risk I am willing to take. And he was like, well, that's what I was going to tell you. And I said, you can tell me all the stuff that you want, but, I'm doing my own research, and this is what I feel like is best for my child, and I just want to wait. This is what I keep saying. I just want to wait. I feel like she's young. She's building her immunity. She is sleeping a lot. She is growing extensively. And honestly, I've heard somebody say, which was kind of ignorant, they said that, if your kid is not vaccinated, don't bring your kid around my kid. And I'm like, just because your kid is vaccinated does not mean that he is 100% bulletproof and he cannot, contract any of those diseases. And just because my kid is not vaccinated does not mean he's infectious. He's or she is infectious. I mean, it's just really the risk that you are willing to take. And really, the reason I really wanted to post this video is because it just really makes me upset to see people just give away their choice and their right to choose the best for their family by just agreeing with a healthcare professional. Don't get me wrong, I do believe in doctors. I respect them, you know, for the time that they actually spent to go to school and study the body. We need people like that. I know that they are lifesavers, midwives, you know, nurses, whoever you are, I really appreciate you. However, you know, there's other aspects of that side, like the pharmaceutical company that is trying to make money off of us, off of people just like you and me. And a great example that I can tell you is if you go, if you watch commercials on TV and they tell you all about this great medicine that's supposed to, you know, help you with this or this and this, and then this man at the end like lists all these side effects. And then maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, you see that same, you know, medicine come up on TV, and it says that if you were ever prescribed this medicine, or if you ever have taken this medicine, you know, call this lawyer because you can be compensated for the fact that you took it because it's causing this and this and this and this. A lot of medications are test and trial, believe it or not, and it just hurts me to see how people easily just say, okay, and just agree with the doctor or the nurse or whoever it is. If you are a doctor or a nurse, you know, you should not feel offended in any way when a patient or a person questions you about certain things. You know, just because you offer, you know, years of expertise and blah, 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 does not mean that that person does not have a choice to make for themselves. You know, I think if you are a good doctor or a nurse, you will always listen to the patient and their needs as well as their concerns, and not get defensive right away and ask, why are you questioning me? You know, I have so many years of, what do you call it, experience. I mean, it's a big controversial subject, and I know that I can really talk about this subject on and on and on, but mainly I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys, you know, what my thoughts and opinions are, some of the questions that I still have and I'm still researching for my own self, and just to encourage you that, you know, do your own research for you and your own family, your lifestyle, and do what you think is best. Don't allow anybody else to detour you from your decision, and also respect other people's decision in regards to that, because they do have a choice. It's their body, it's their child, and they definitely have the choice and the right to make that decision for their family if that's what they decide to do. So that's kind of my spiel in regards to that. I hope this was kind of informative, and if you guys have anything that you guys wanted to mention in regards to these vaccinations, maybe your even personal experience in regards to that, please comment below. I'd love to chit chat with you guys in those comments as well. But as always, create culture and be you, and please subscribe to this channel for more updates, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. Bye bye.